Welcome. I'm Meredith. This is the Oasis Spiritual Empowerment Tarot. All about tarot, oracle, and empowering you. And today, so excited. This is an unboxing from Kickstarter. And I've been eagerly awaiting this. So, little hint as to what's coming. I love these. I have another one from a previous Kickstarter. So you can probably tell what's coming. So, Joanna Nelson, her latest Kickstarter included an add-on for the Monstarot standard size. Now I do have the pocket edition and I adore it, but I wanted the big one. So I do have the larger size for her other decks, but the actual Kickstarter is for the Little Monsters Lenormand. So it came in this beautiful, beautiful velvet pouch. And now let's take a... I just adore her. So now I have all of her decks in every version. I love little book plate. So sweet. Oh, it's so beautiful. And of course her card. And she's got an Etsy shop called Joanna Nelson Studio. And she's on Facebook and Instagram. And again, I love the little luggage tag. I put this on my purses. Just makes me happy. Okay. Oh, guess I need something to remove the plastic. Now, of course, I have 3 pairs of scissors, all of which have walked away from me. So, I'm going to use nail clippers. Hopefully, those will work. Now, Monstarot has been around. This is the 2nd edition. I don't know if there are any changes. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. So we'll take a look at this after this. So in case you've seen this, you don't really want to see it again. But I am going to combine these at the end. So, kind of see how they might play together. And I really love the size difference. Now, of course, the travel size Monstarot is much closer in size to the Lenormand. But I think I'm going to really like the big difference here. But first, let's just take a look at the Little Monsters Lenormand. And the guidebook is by Trish Sullivan. And I believe she does all of her guidebooks. And they're fabulous. I love this box. It's so cute. And it's a little clamshell. I mean, it's just beautiful. Look at that. Oh, so sweet. So let me remove this. And we'll take a quick look at the guidebook. And again, I really do enjoy the way Trish writes. So, if you're used to me, I tend not to look at guidebooks too much, but I quite like her guidebooks. So we have a welcome. Oh, so this is really going to, if you've never used Lenormand deck before, I feel like this is going to be a really nice introduction. So it talks about first drawing pairs, then a 3-card draw, the Grand Tableau. Talks about the relationship with standard playing cards. And then we get into the messages from the cards themselves. So we have key concepts, and then we have a couple of paragraphs, and then we have that corresponding pip, as well as the energy, which is nice too. So if you're new to Lenormand, I think this is a great deck, just based on the guidebook. You know, it's not too big, but it gives you what you need. And we'll take a look at this after we go through the cards. Look at these backs. They're so pretty. Her decks just make me happy. You know, they're so beautiful and whimsical and just sweet. Love the rider. And of course, you see we do have the playing card correspondence. The faces are so cute on these. The clover. Oh, let me show you the size, huh? I guess I should do that. No, where'd my card go? Oh, there it is. So, just so you can see, compared to a standard tarot, significantly shorter, a little more narrow. So it's right around I feel like it might be a little thicker. Then might even be a little bit taller. You know what? Let me see. Do I have a Lenormand deck? Yes. Okay. So just to compare, so this is the Pink Sugar Lenormand by Logan Townsend. So yeah. So I feel like this is more of like your standard size for the regular size Lenormand. There are tiny Lenormands, but so I think this is a little bit larger, you know, which is absolutely fine. And I think that's in keeping with her deck sizes, you know. So I like that. Okay, but now let's get back. Oh, I love little guys with the ship. And the house, how sweet is that? And she has been updating, showing the cards on Instagram, but I try not to look because I like to be surprised. Like even on the Kickstarter page, I didn't, you know, basically if she makes a deck, I'm just going to get it. Let's be real. So, the tree. I love that. And the clouds. And look at the detail here. I hope this is focusing. I think it is. The snake. The coffin. I feel like this is a nod to the death card from tarot. I could be wrong, but, you know, especially with the flower. Bouquet. Love the little guy. Scythe. And the faces are just so precious. Whip. Oh, the birds. Now we have a child. Oh, beautiful little fox. Oh, I love the bear. And stars. That's just beautiful. The stork. Dog. And you can see, I feel like, I say this a lot with Lenormand decks, but I feel like they're underappreciated. And, a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to learn the system and I don't want to take time. You could use this as an oracle, 100%. And I feel like you can get a lot of the meaning from the card just from the way that, the images are, which is really nice. Love the unicorn pig. I don't think I've ever seen a unicorn pig before, but I'm here for it. Oh, look at the garden. And the mountain. Oh, it's perfect. Crossroads. The mice. And you get, the faces are so expressive. You can get a feeling from the card just from the faces. Heart. And I will shuffle these and we'll pick one and read from the guidebook for the one. Ring. Book. You can probably read these. I don't know why I'm saying them. I love the monster card. Oh my god, that's fabulous. And then another monster card. How perfect, right? I love the colors too. Just really, are just perfect. Oh, and the sun. I love her suns. They just make me so happy. And the moon. Just what a wonderful scene. I love the fish. That guy is awesome. And the cross. I like how, I know that crosses can be a little icky to some people, right? They've had less than positive experiences with Christianity as a whole. And this is certainly a cross, but it doesn't have to be the cross. You know what I mean? I love the amethyst dangling. Okay, so let's give them a shuffle. See how they shuffle. The cardstock is very nice, very easy to shuffle. So it's a bit thinner than, her tarot decks, definitely. But I think it's perfect for the size. I would say that this is one of those decks that when I riffle shuffle, I'll go both ways. So I'll go face down and face up just to keep them, back straight. But really wonderful. Really nice to shuffle and hold. Oh, and let's take a look at the coffin. Okay. So, and of course they do have their number. So, and they're in order in the book by number. So very easy to find. So, we have key concepts, endings, mourning, sadness. Then it says, lost in emotion, they hold a rose above the coffin, knowing they should lay it goodbye, but can't yet. When facing loss and transition, take time to mourn and recover, even if it's a change of situation rather than a bereavement. If not, you can't let go and move forward, can't see the beginning after the end. So be gentle with yourself. Let the tears flow and try to look forward where you can. And corresponding pip is 9 of diamonds. Energy feel of card is negative. But you know what? Loss is part of life. And that's how we grow. That's how we learn about ourselves, about the world, about others. So, I'm going to lay some out, but then I do want to get into the Monstarot. And again, I mean, that deck's been around a good while, and it has been wildly popular, and with good reason. So, you know, you might not need to see a flip through of it. I am going to do it. I'm going to do it fairly quickly. I just adore this so much. But if you don't want to see the full flip through of the Monstarot, you can just fast forward and I'll show these two decks together. Just so you get a feel for how they might pair. And again, even if you don't really care to use Lenormand as Lenormand, I think this could be great for an oracle too. And it's just so charming and lovely. And, you know, Lenormands tend to be very, at least for me, very direct. And I think this imagery is so lovely and gentle. It can kind of soften it while still giving you a very clear, distinct message, you know? So, and again, we have this beautiful, beautiful box for the Monstarot. And this is the second edition. Oh, look at the inside. And as far as I'm aware, I don't think anything changed, but I don't know. It could have changed quite a bit for all I know, honestly. But I don't think so. So again, we have this beautiful guidebook by Trish Sullivan. Micro Monsters. So we have single card draw, 3 card draw. We have a spread, and then we get into the cards. With some keywords, and then about 2 paragraphs. And the first paragraph is the artist interpretation, and the second is the card meaning, which I love. So, we're just going to really quickly look at this. Yeah, because you've probably seen it, but just in case you haven't. So we have the Luminary. This is the extra card, which I adore. I love this magician so much. Now, there are no numbers on this, which I like, because then the numbers are what I say they are. So, in other words, like strength, maybe it's 8, maybe it's not, right? Because numbers are a big thing to me. So I take them into account whether or not they're written on the card. But they're not always the same. Well, I mean, most of them are, right? Like the Hermit's always 9. The Wheel is always 10. Yeah, and like I said, I am doing this a little quickly because I feel like everybody's seen this. But you can always slow it down. Yeah, say, that's the guy from the Death card. And I love that. I love that connection. Can I say that's just the cutest devil ever? I kind of want to cuddle him. I just love that. I know it's the tower. I shouldn't react that way, but, you know, I like the tower. beautiful star. I love her art so much. It's just so sweet and happy. It's a very happy deck, you know? And the expressions just kill me. They're so cute. And they're so expressive, you know? And it's so funny because, you know, a couple years ago, I would never have considered a deck with this kind of artwork. Not because it isn't charming, but because I kind of had the attitude of, oh, I want a serious deck. And the reality is, this is a very serious deck. It's just a very heartwarming deck, too, you know? They're not opposites. And in fact, I feel like it was Joanna Nelson who really kind of taught me that. I love that bird. Yeah, and we have the unicorn pig here too. So, you know, I'm gonna have to look at this with the Lenormand, because I feel like there's gonna be a lot of tie-ins, which I think is fabulous. It's almost like an Easter egg, you know. It's just wonderful. I love this Queen of Pentacles so much. Her art would be so perfect for a baby's room, don't you think? So sweet. This little teddy. This is so sweet and just so perfect. I love her birds. Oh, how beautiful is that butterfly? Yeah, her decks just make me happy. They really, really do. And, you know, so easy to read. And of course, this is very, very RWS, right? But it's more than that because these characters are so expressive. And, you know, we still have a lot of symbols that kind of sneak in, which is fabulous. I love this. I'm so glad I have this. And I do love my little travel size. But, you know, all the other decks, I have the large size. Now, what I'm really hoping is that, and I think she's going to, is that she releases travel size of all the other decks. And I gotta tell you, I'll get them. And, you know, for me, I feel like I do, you know, I like large spreads. So when I read for myself, it's no big deal. You know, I'll read on the floor and lay a bunch of cards out or on my bed. But for client readings, the travel size is definitely a little easier. If I'm doing a big spread. If I'm doing a smaller spread, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, there's that fish guy. love this deck. All right, so just in case you're not familiar with this one, we'll pick one and read. It's not super large, the amount of text. So, these really do shuffle well. It's just a me thing. And I didn't even show you the size. If you're not familiar with her larger decks, I will do a quick size. But they shuffle beautifully. For people who can shuffle. It is a bit of a stretch for me, and I have big hands to go overhand like that. But you could definitely, and the cards move beautifully. I think we're going to read from this guy, but let me quickly show you the size. So, significantly taller than a standard tarot and wider. So now for the King of Cups. Okay, so we have keywords: sensitive, balanced, wise. The artist interpretation: he is a generous and creative soul. The king calmly rides the waves of the sea. He is in control. Alongside him, a paper boat follows the motion of the ocean. The king notices a winged jelly flying out of the water into the sky, a message to him that unconscious has been allowed to break through. Card meaning: use your emotions, but stay in control. The king is always calm, unruffled by the turmoil around him, keeping his dignity and discipline at all times. He commands you to maintain an even balance between your heart and your head. You should appreciate your feelings, acknowledging that they can bring you great insight, but you should not rely on instinct alone. So, now let's just take a look at this with the Lenormand deck, because I think it's super fabulous. Can we fit 3? I really want 3. Maybe. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I mean, they're just so perfect together. Which, not a surprise, of course. But I love this dog. And the moon. Yeah, I think these are both fabulous decks to use for someone who's maybe a little nervous about a tarot reading. If you get somebody who's never had one before, whether it's a friend or a client, whatever, these little monsters are so approachable and sweet. And again, now of course I haven't used this yet, but I have no doubt this is going to read beautifully. I know that this reads beautifully because I have the travel size. Yeah, I love that magician so much. I love the eye. I love eyes. And if you're new here, if you're not aware, remember to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get alerted when I post new videos. And I'm going to tell you, I have new videos coming out every day for a while, probably. We'll see how far I get, but I got a lot. I got a lot of unboxings. I have a few deep dives. I have quite a few subscriber requests or just watcher requests. And I have some really fun things planned. So make sure you hit the bell because you don't want to miss out. And if there's anything in particular that you'd like to see, if you want to see more of something, if you want to see less of something, if you want to see just something, different, let me know in the comments. And let me know what you think of these decks. Do you have them? Do you want them? Let me know your thoughts. How do these read for you? Especially this one, because again, it's been around for a while. If you have the first edition, do you notice any differences? Just to show you the backs together. I am so thrilled with both of these, and I've been really so excited since she announced this Lenormand deck. Yeah. So, let me know what you think. Let me know what you like. And most importantly, just be wonderful to yourself. Be really, really wonderful, because you deserve the best, only the best, all the best, and that is my wish for you.